Hi all, this is Mesa Guru, the CEO of Art of War, doing another vid on help for new players. So if you've watched the first vid, you just got a little introduction. I'm going to touch on a few more things. Okay, right here I'm in the hangar working on my hyena. Now you'll see modules. A lot of them are upgraded to the purple MK4. See these the modules with the little up arrows are for modules that can be upgraded even further. To upgrade a module, you'd click here, click upgrade, then you'd have to pay for it. I don't want to do that right now, so I won't, but you upgrade your modules like that. You can also hit this little side arrow. A lot of people miss that, so I hit upgrade, oops, cancel. It gives me a list in case, so if I can move modules between ships, or I can buy a new module, or I can upgrade. So for sure, make sure you're looking at that, at your little side arrow, in case you want to move modules from ship to ship or buy new ones. When you're new, it's better just upgrade one. You have one single module and then make it up to purple, MK4 version, and then you can move it from ship to ship. Okay, let's see. Workshop. I want to go over workshop. A lot of people wonder what is a workshop? What's it for? It's pretty simple. If you're going to build any destroyers, you will definitely need to learn what the workshop is. This is real basic. All your basic stuff, your materials, metal blanks, silicone, graphite. You can build it over here. So let's see. To make one metal blank, I need 2 vanadium. Just click on manufacture to make one. It takes 3 vanadium to make one metal blank and 5,000 credits. Now credits is hard to get nowadays, so I want to be very careful with my credits. I'm sitting at a little over 1 million there, so I don't want to be throwing around credits. Also, we went over the Atlas. I personally don't really use the Atlas much. I'm here in my alt. This is a low alt account. The only reason I would use the Atlas personally is just to keep track of this bar here, which is the number I'm working to get my clearance level up to the next clearance level, up to clearance level 12. Some people use these things, and you can do search. You can look up weapons. Clear that. I can look up modules. I can look up ships. I just think it was just something weirdly added. It doesn't really serve too much of a purpose other than this bar here. Some people take pride in filling the atlas with every single module. I guess, if you're real anal about the game, that's something. But workshop's important. Storage is important too. Getting your storage spaces up when you max out. That's so it's again going to cost credits. Storage capacity 2,500 is the max you can go. You'll have you'll max it out before you get every ship in the game. That is something to consider. Storage. The only time I really go to storage is when I want to sell stuff. If I want to go through and say, okay, how many beam cannon fives I have. I have one just sitting here in storage. I can sell it and make 1,500 credits. Oh, okay. So if I'm low on credits, I could go in there, and I don't need. So I have, 1, 2, 3, 4 of these beam cannon fives. I'm not going to need those. I'll eventually sell probably every single one of them except for the purple one down here. I'll keep that. As you're progressing the game, your upgraded modules are important. All these are not that important. Um, but you can scroll through, you can look, see what you have. And as you pick stuff up in open space, you'll notice you start picking up stuff and you can sell it. Some stuff sells pretty good. Some of it's not, some of it's worthless. And I try to keep one of everything, like assault railgun I'd have rank 8, rank 12, rank 17. I'd end up having, you know, one of those purple each rank at least. And in the end of the game, when you get more ships, you're probably gonna have two or three assault rogue N-17s. You might have one of those. You won't even need one of those. The eight, you'll just sell it. So you can also click here, salvage. Now salvage is interesting. Now you can't salvage something that's a white module, but if something's been upgraded, you can salvage it. Now if I click there, it's going to give me a graphite plate and a metal blank. Okay, I don't want to do that, but it's gonna give me some material. So it's something to consider. I typically don't salvage. Uh, But it is good. Now, most of the stuff, I've just picked up. Every time you buy a ship, you get this stuff. And some of it I've picked up in open space. So as you go along in the game, you're just going to get more and more. Munitions, that's something interesting too. You pick that up. When I'm in open space, I'm like a vacuum cleaner. That's important to know. You're out in open space, pick up every single container you see. People laugh at me. I haven't ever met a container or a rock in open space I didn't like. And that's true. I pick up everything. And that's where I get this stuff. Explosive shells, resonating slugs, just picking stuff up in open space. Let's see. Go back in the workshop. Let's see. The reason I build that stuff in the workshop. If you go down here to your first destroyer, which will either be, I would highly recommend the Invincible or the Archon. Either way, let's just go with the Invincible. Go manufacture. You have all your choices here, but here's the key. This is why the the workshop's important. Okay, you have engine package. It'll tell you what you need for an engine package. So I need 12 screen batteries. Now I can also build those right here. I can click on that. It'll tell me, okay, I need 11 of those, 10 of those. I can manufacture. Okay, so once you have, like down here, okay, the only thing I'm missing, so I'm missing this piece right here, exterior structure. So I have 16 of 18 metal blanks. I click on here. I can manufacture 2 of them. Manufacture, done. Okay, now I can go back down. That only made 1. Okay, so here I want to manufacture there. Okay, close that. Now I have 2. Okay, so if I want the third one, click there. Now I need 18 more metal blanks. Let's see if I can do it. Yep, I have enough. It can cost me 90,000 credits, which I don't want to do, but I will anyway. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Yep, manufacture. Right there. Okay, so now I have 3 there. Now I come down here to the bottom one. It's going to ask me for more metal blanks. It's killing me here. I need 2 of those. I don't know if I'm going to have enough metal blanks. Let's just make as many as I can here. Manufacture metal blanks. Oh, manufactured that. Okay, now I'm still 13 metal blanks short. Okay, and that's pretty easily solved. Just go out into open space. Go collect, what is it? Vanadium. And that's pretty easy. You'll find vanadium all over. So then that's basically all I need to do is, now it's telling me, let's see, I'm 1 of 3, so I need 2 of them. I can easily do the math, but, just go out into open space. Now once I have that down there in the million credits, you have these choices here, and this is up to you. You can pick one of these 3, read through them. One's for speed, this one's for speed. That one would be for firepower, and this one would be for shield. I wouldn't worry about the shield on this ship, but that's me because this is Empire. And then it gives you your level 4 bonuses and level 8 bonuses. Now what that means is when you get this ship brand new, you manufacture it, you'll automatically get whatever you choose here, but then when you get to this level here, once you upgrade or you level up your ship, when it hits a level 4, it'll give you an increased bonus here. And then when you keep leveling up your ship, you hit level 8, you will get whatever one you chose here. Okay, now here, this is a little interesting. Now you can go ahead and choose these or unselect them for whatever you want. You know, and you can have, now this will be, this here, it'll tell you engine, that's an engine slot. Here's a capacitor slot, shield slot, hull slot, and CPU slot. Now, typically, okay, you get 9 choices here. What I would typically do would be one of everything and then whatever you want. This is an Empire ship, so I would typically go uh, one. I want 1, 2, 3 hulls on an Empire ship. Okay, I'm not going to worry too much about shield, but I have extra slots, so I'll go shield 2. So I got 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 9. That's probably going to be my build. For any new person, that's not a bad build. Now, the other thing you should know about this is once you manufacture the ship, you can click what's called refit, and you can remanufacture the ship. You can redo all of this. So don't be too worried at first about doing this. Yes, it's going to cost me 1,000,000 credits, but it's not going to cost me any of these anymore. Once you do these one time, you're not going to have to do it again. And what you refit is these up here, these here, and these here. You can do a complete refit. That's any manufactured ship when you select these slots. So I can try out a different I can try this one time and you know go back and forth. I've refit like I have. This is one of the first destroyers I ever built. I probably refit it 3 or 4 times, 5 times, just trying new stuff out. Okay. Now ship tree, we talked a little about ship tree in the first video. I want to talk about that again. As you can see here, uh, the highest ranked ship I have is this rank 9 Hyena. The reason I did that, I skipped ahead a little bit, which is okay, but I wouldn't suggest skipping ahead a whole lot. But skip ahead for the Federation tackler. Now that's for open space. Tacklers, Federation tacklers especially, they're built faster, just automatically. So try to go up that line, the tackler line for Federation. Don't skip ahead too much. Some of these other ships that you'll see in some of these areas are really good ships. So you don't want to skip ahead too much. I do the other ship you would find that's really good there. This Wolfram is really good. So if you're new, Wolfram, Hyena, those are two ships to kind of jump into. Now, something else I want to point out is in this game, you're going to see these premium ships over here. These premium, okay, here I have Kite E, 8 of 80. Okay, now you're wondering how do you get these little points? Now, of course, I can click on there and I can spend GS, which I don't want to do. I'm not going to spend 325 GS buying, 10 of these little parts. That's just crazy. I am not going to do that. Okay. So go back to ships. Let's say, so how do I get these 8? The trick is to get those 8 is you fly anything in rank 5. Now you're going to notice in rank 5s, if I look around here in rank 5s, I have a Ghost and I have a Kite E. So that if I'm flying rank 5s, and that's only thing I have slotted is rank 5s, at the end of the game, it's going to give me parts. It'll give me parts for a Kite E or parts for a Ghost. Now, you'll see the next level, rank 6, should have another one. No, I don't see any rank 6s. See a rank 7. Nope, don't see rank 7. Okay, here's a rank 8. There's rank 7, okay, the Archelon. So to get an Archelon, I would fly rank 7s. And if I only slot rank 7s down here, at the end of the game, I'm going to get Archelon parts. Okay, I'm not going to get, at the end of the game, I'm not going to get Nightingale parts if I only have rank 7 slotted. Well, if I want Nightingale parts, I slot rank 8s. So you're basically, by what you slot down here, is going to determine where you get these points, these little parts here. Okay? So the first ship I would do that with, typically, the only one I fly at these low ranks is this Nightingale, and I love it, and I still fly it today. I've been playing the game for 3 years. I've flown that ship today. I love that ship. It's just awesome. So that's one you'd go for. Now to get that, which is great, you just keep slotting rank 8s. Fly rank 8s over and over. Don't slot a rank 9 or rank 7. Just slot rank 8s. Eventually, you will get the Nightingale. See if there's any. Yeah, see, there's no other rank 8 ships in there. So if you fly rank 8, you are only going to get Nightingale parts. So that's really nice. Okay, now let's see. I don't know if we went over this too much, but let's see, let's go over this. The purple ones, that's a bonus reward. That's how you get your iridium. Okay, iridium is important in this game. Okay, so if I jump in that game at the end of the game, I'm gonna get a little bonus. It's gonna give me iridium. What's that iridium for? You go up here to store. You see it's got iridium containers. Okay, bonus. No. Special. No bundles. There we go. Um, but as you get higher in the game, it's going to have containers in here that has parts. Those parts can be sold to make GS. Okay, so that's what you're making iridium for, is containers in the bundles. Now I'm not gonna. I don't wanna buy any of these right now. Okay, I can tell you that right now. I don't want any of this. Okay, what I want to do is I want to save up that iridium and keep saving it, because as soon as my pilot level gets higher, as shown in the atlas, as my clearance level gets higher, it's going to open up new. It's going to open up, hang on, go back to the hangar. It's going to open up more bundles. And the bundles it's going to open up are going to give me the ability to buy stuff. And what I'm talking about like that would be stuff like this, weapon systems, stuff like this. But even better, components. It's going to give me, there's a whole list of components down here. And ship modifiers or stuff like that. That kind of stuff, you're going to have containers that are going to have these things in it. Now those things you can actually go and you can put down here and trade. Ship modifiers like here. See, these guys are selling this stuff. Active modules. Okay, a lot of these things people are getting in those containers, and then they put them on here. They sell them. They make 40 GS, whatever. Some of the best ones are the components. I'll click that off in storage. You can see some of these components. Here, let me go down. Some of these components sell pretty good, like this control chip hybrid missile. Sell them for 490. That, the person selling these probably got it, just like I said. They used their iridium. They bought containers, or actually they went to the store. They bought bundles. The bundle contained, it contained that part. Okay, the control chip with hybrid. And they just went and they just threw it on here. So that's a very easy way to start making money once you get high enough rank. Stuff like this, sell them for 500. And if you don't know how to do this, let me post something. Okay, alien composite block. I'll post one of those. So I'm just right down here. I open trade. Click post. I'll post one. Minimum item cost is 2. Before I do that, I want to see, hey, what are alien composite blocks going for? They're going for 4. So I'll post one. I'll make the price 3. Actually, it's going to take 33%, which is going to give me 2 GS, but I'll do it anyway because I'm just giving you an example. Now I can look in here in Aberts. There I am right there, Rebel. That's my alt account. So I posted one, price is 3. I got the best price. I always like to be near the top, near the best price. Something else you should know. So let me show you a little trick here. Okay, I'm gonna post. I'll post 10 of them. Now I see the average price is 3, so I'll post and post 10. Now 30, if I put in 30, then I would be the average price, okay, and I would actually be like 47th on the list, way down the list. So I'll post. Now I'm 48th. Now if you click on that and you go down, I'm not even on the list. It's not going to help me at all. Okay, I'll leave that there. Doesn't matter to me. I'll leave that there for sale. But if I post like this, post 10, 10. Now instead of going 30, I go 24 and post it. Okay, now what that does is it averages my 10. Oops. Average. Okay. Oh wow, it put my 3 on there. Okay, so now 10 for 24 puts me at the top of the list. Even though I'm actually getting 4 more. I'm 2.4 per alien composite blocks. There I'm getting 3 per, and there I'm getting 3 per. But I'm still at the bottom of the list. Now the price went up to 4, so I'm gonna go up here. I'm gonna right click, undo, right click, undo, right click, undo. Now what I'm gonna do, okay, so now adverts is 4, so I want to be at the top of the list, but I want to make as much possible. So post 10 for 34. Post. Okay, now I go back to Aberts. I'm actually making more here. So I'm making 3.4 per. Now if I go back and I post 10 for 40 adverts, my advert at 4 apiece, I'm way down on the list. So I don't want to be way down on the list. It will sell eventually. If the price holds at 4, this will stay on there for 3 days. So people will buy it eventually. It's not a bad way to do it if you're not in a hurry. Post for 4 and just leave it on there. And eventually someone will buy it and you won't even be, you'll be in bed or something or out of the game. You'll get paid anyway. Anyway. So I'll just leave that on there because I don't really care. It'll add, I have 2,584 right there, so eventually I'll sell those. They'll probably sell pretty quick. Anyway, you can also look in here. Oh, here's something to pay attention if you're new. You're wondering what this is. Trade chat. Thing you should know about trade chat is all the different languages, Russian, English, Chinese, Italian, Polish, whatever, Japanese, they all type in, this is the only place in the game where they all type in the same place. So trade chat's kind of interesting because you're going to get a lot of different languages in here. You're going to see this little CO here, T3CO. This is a Russian typing in. The CO means, it's this up here. It is Spec Ops, Special Operations. What they're doing is they're throwing a wing together. They're telling you Tier 3, 7 to 9. CO, and then he's got 3 people out of 12. Now he's got 10 out of 12, and by now he's probably full. But if you see the CO, T3, and then a little plus sign, you would right-click him. You could private message him, type a plus if you wanted. I don't want to, but that's what you do. Type plus to private. That's the easiest way. And this McCool guy here, he just plussed right here in trade chat. I typically wouldn't do that, but I would private message this person. Now, you can also, like in game, if you're in game, you can always right click someone. You can look at their stats, which is kind of interesting. I look at people's stats all the time, see what corp they're in. Near pause. Look at those stats. You want to see good stats? There you go. Um, you can also right-click people, private message them, blah, blah, blah. You can also right-click people and write a message to them. This is a good way to write a message. People who have very, very low ranks, you cannot write to them. If someone has very few games in, it's based on games now. If someone's brand new to the game, you cannot write them. You can private message them. Let's see, combat log. This is kind of interesting now. There's nothing in my combat log right now, but if I go in any game at all, there will be a combat log here. A lot of people don't look at it, but it is kind of interesting to look at, and it's good information. If you're new and you're at the bottom of the list after a game, you will see in the combat log, you can see, the best people in the game. What are they using? What weapons are they using? What ships are they using? This is how you get better. You just got to watch other people. Okay, let's go over here to open space missions. Okay, now again, this tab or this line of icons over here, very important. Okay, this one here, destroy 10 enemies with missiles, going to give you 8 monos. Now, if you're new especially, you should be selling those monos to make GS. And they're selling for 15, which is excellent. Okay, so 15 per, and if you go up here, you do your little mission, that's 150 GS immediately. And GS is what's going to help you in the game down the road. When you get better, you play more. And the reason you're going to need GS is you kind of get over here into the Iridium ships. You start manufacturing these things. They're going to be expensive, and then you're going to need parts for them. You're going to find them in trade, some of these parts. Okay, it's stuff like this stuff here. It's expensive. You're going to need that for building ships and for upgrading. It's all these guys right here. It's a lot easier to go in here. You're going to need Crystal Cascades. You go in here and buy them. It's a lot easier. Okay, the only way to get these is to play in Secon, these 4 right here. So unless you want to sit there and play, Spec Ops. They're only available through playing in Spec Ops, which is difficult nowadays. So it's much easier to come in here and just buy them. That's why I keep telling people, if you're new, go in here, do the missions for monos, save up your monos, go to trade, post them here in trade, and sell them, make the GS. You make your GS, it makes your life a lot easier when you start getting into stuff. So just, build up the GS. Don't worry about monos right now too much, unless you're building your first destroyer. You're going to need them for that. Anytime contracts, okay? It's going to say anytime contracts. Right here are your time contracts. Okay, it's a little hourglass. We're going to do that. We're not going to do that one. Destroy a cartel spy and ice pit zone. Okay, I got 39 minutes to do it. I'm going to use my hyena, which is slotted. We'll undock that. My ship is selected. Ready. Now I'm in my open space tackler, as I pointed out. The reason is because it's fast, can go invisible. A pretty simple mission here. If it ever loads. Okay, now somebody's already attacking him, 25k away, so we'll just get over there. I'm going to avoid everything on my way over. This ship goes 471, not super fast, but now the higher ranked tacklers do go a lot faster. But this is better. Don't do missions like this in a destroyer, you're only going 100. or you're in a frigate, you're going 250. It's just that's silly. Just don't do it. Now the other thing is once you start getting in where there's enemies, stay near objects. Those guys just fell behind a rock. I lost them. Don't engage if you don't need to, and when you're just